Tuesday, 22nd of April, 2014. Here's the latest update from Neil Keenan.
Hello and good evening. 20 to 10 here at night. Thought I'd bring you up to date a little bit. That way I don't fall behind, actually. I got a feeling things are going to move pretty quickly in a day or two or three. And I'm not going to have time to do this, so I'll tell you now about the no-fly zone. That's not going to be an easy document to draw up. I have a few people working on it, putting it together. And when we put it together, it'll get out to the authorities, the governments, and it'll then be up to them to sign it. We have talked about it and discussed it, and it's something that should be done. Now, the reason why I brought that up is I've gotten a few emails and SMSs and so on about why would we want to do that? Why would we want to keep people out from the East? And well, if you really want my answer, I'm not keeping people out from the East. I'm keeping animals. I'm keeping raving lunatics out from the East, the ones who are looking to create World War III. But the answer is the people are not being kept out. There'll be a blacklist of names, all involving the Bush, Rothschild, Rockefeller, Cheney, Tony Blair, Cameron, the Queen, and all the others that are involved in this mess from the West. How about that? Let's call it the mess from the West. I never thought I was a poet, but I'm getting pretty good at this, aren't I? The mess from the West is trying to make their move into the East, sending their boy, Barry, to meet with various governmental officials or maybe corporate officials, because I don't think there's many governments that would work actually with our government, or with our corporation. So they're going to be meeting with the members of government, corporations, whatever you want to call them here in the East, and they're going to be discussing the problems that the nations themselves are having with China. I don't think it's for any other reason. Okay, they're going to be discussing that, and they're going to be looking to put the pressure on China by coming into their backyard like they did with Russia with Ukraine. Russia handled it perfectly. President Putin, Prime Minister Putin, what is he, Prime Minister or President? President Putin. I just call him Vladimir Putin because, as far as I'm concerned, he's the number one guy there, and he's the only guy there. I'm sorry, Medvedev, but Putin's the guy. And he's done a wonderful job. Wonderful. He's kept them on their heels. He's taken them to task. He's ripped them apart. And they don't know which way to go, and they're all disarrayed. They're messed up, running all over the place, which is why they're coming over here. They might find easy pickings over here. Well, over here they're going to find it just as hard, because China is not a spring chicken. Okay? It's a winter chicken. It's old. It's wise. Okay? It's got ubri. And they're going to fight if they have to. But they're not going to have to, because if they put the no-fly zones out, what they do is they don't allow the fox to come into the hen house. They keep the fox out of the hen house, which means they can't come in here and cause problems around their world or in their world. So send them home, pack their bags for them, 2 pairs of socks, make sure they have clean underwear. Obama might not have any, but get him out of here as fast as he comes in, because he's just looking to hurt you. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is I've had, like I said, SMSs and emails regarding why we would do that and jeopardize the world with World War III. Now, I think that's silly to think that anyone's going to allow a rogue nation or a rogue corporation with mercenaries and so on to come into another part of the world and just allow them to run around and do what they want. Okay, that's the fox in the hen house. Because when you do that, now you have problems. Now you have to move, and you have to correct the problem that you made. By doing the no-fly zone, you're preventing the problem. And if there was going to be a war, it would have been if they had gotten into the hen house. Not if they don't get into the hen house. They'll scream and shout, and they can do what the hell they want to do. I don't think any of us care anymore what they want to do. They're in our world. Your world, really, because I'm here now. They're in your world, but they're in our world. Okay, whatever. Bottom line is that if they're not allowed in over here, we shorten their world up on them. No place to run, no place to hide. How's that song go? Nowhere to run, baby. Nowhere to hide. That's what's going to be happening to them. Okay? And, I got people telling me that I should walk away from this because it's too dangerous. She says, what the hell have I been doing if that hasn't been dangerous? That's strange that people say things like that. Go back to the global accounts. Well, if we let them in here and the fox gets into the hen house, they're going to be after the global accounts. So it's in our better interest to let me do the thinking and for them to just sit back and think they can think. Because, if I let them in here, it's all over. They'll grab what they can grab. It's not going to happen. We're going to do our job. Don't worry. And I'm not listening to anybody. Okay, because they don't make sense. So there, we've got that out of the way. Now, in relation to what's happening in the Ukraine, it's not everything. You don't get everything. First of all, I spoke with my dear friend early morning last night, and she told me that in the mornings they have helicopters coming out the west. They have helicopters coming out and shooting people down in the street, and at night too. They have to get back into their buildings fast because they're being shot at. Now, we didn't know that. And, but, part of the world is clapping their hands saying, hey, the West is doing their job. They're getting rid of the Russians. You know something? It's not the Russians we have to be concerned about. And by the way, I want you to understand another thing. You may not know this. Russia was made. When I was in Russia, in a meeting one time with Tamarida Casanova, a wonderful woman, smart, very educated. She had a dog bigger than me. Imagine that. But the Tamarida was going to give me a book, a very expensive book, $30,000 or $40,000 book, about the history of Russia. And Russia was created by Celtes and Celtes and Svetes. Okay? The Celtics and the Slavs. So they're not that much different than us. Matter of fact, our blood is over there too. So, don't think they're the bad guys. They're us. Okay, they're just in another part of the world. That's all. What's not us is the people we put in our so-called government. That's not us. That's Zionists and that's Nazis. And they're all bloodline together, many of them. Okay, brother and brother, sister and sister, I don't know. Whoever's playing with whoever this day is what you get tomorrow. You get a horse and a dog, you put them together, what do you get? Probably get one of Queen Elizabeth's people, I don't know. I don't know, they look like horses. But getting back to it, Donetsk is being slammed. And Putin can't get to that yet because he's too busy in Crimea. And my friend told me that her mother broke a leg in the process of all this because of this. And many other people are worse than that. They can't get out of bed. They've been shot or killed even. So, it's not as nice as we think. It's just not. Hopefully Putin and some of the other parts of the world come in and end that. Don't count on NATO other than to join the mess. Because that's what their job is. And the UN, that's what their job is. But like I said earlier in the post today, the UN will soon be in China. It will no longer be in New York. We're losing our power daily. But then again, that's a good piece of the power to lose because that's really just a bunch of crap. So we're doing good there, just so you know. Good. Now, it's not much, really. I'm just trying to pick up the pieces for you. Oh, and the other one is you know, like the song goes, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Where the heck are the Rothschilds, huh? I think they're scared. I think they're scared. I think it's hit them that Putin is not going to play with them. He's not the kind of guy you play with like that. He did make a very clear statement. I saw it, and it was the way to get rid of this situation quickly, kill the Rothschilds. I think they saw it too. They're missing in action. So anyway, there's not much more to tell you. I just wanted to bring you up to date. It's there's going to be more. Also a lot. There's some new members of the team. Can't tell you who they are yet, but you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. It makes us stronger. It gives us access to so much more intelligence, which I've already had. I already had, but this here is an individual that is a game changer for us. And we've got another one who is a game changer, and another one coming in, another game changer. We're getting the quality, all quality, not like me, they're quality. So they're the best we're going to find, and not much better. And once that happens, it's just going to make us stronger, and it's going to help us here and there, because they're from the West. And in the East, I've got some new players too, so it's going to get better, and it has to because I'm getting tired. You know, I'm sure I'm going to bring some people next time to help here to get this thing over with. Nelu is saw him today. The worst he can do is July. Right, Joe? July.
The worst of the probation.
That's it. The probation's end. It's over.
If they give him probation, the worst will be the 30th of July.
Yeah, the end of, that's it. Finished.
Half the time he gets served.
Yeah, finished. Half the time, more than half. But anyway, it's almost 2 years. So anyway, we're gonna fix this thing up here. I'm got a couple of other things to do in regards to the accounts and some people to meet, some people coming in, and we'll see what they have to say. It seems like every time somebody talks now and somebody comes in, it's not an easy thing. It's a huge thing, and we're just a small group that gets things done. Anyway, the fox, keep them out of the hen house. You know, if you catch them, skin them, and don't even use the skin for the fur, because it's a smelly kind of skin. You know, and I'm talking about Cheney and all those boys too, Kissinger. Bottom line, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, and what's happening in Donetsk, and I'm sorry again to my friend, to her mother, to their families, and to the people of Donetsk regarding what's happening to them. It's not fair. Okay, just stay safe. Stay on top of the blankets, and I'll talk to you later, everybody. I'm gonna put that song on. I like my it's like my little flower for the what do you call it, for the prom. You know, it's gonna be interesting, huh? I'm shrinking. Anyway, good night. Take care. And I wish you well. I think that this is all I've got. Everything else we're working on. It's not there. Not yet. So I'll talk to you later, and you just take care of yourselves. And stop asking me silly questions. Like we're going to start World War III. If they come in, we're going to start World War III because they're going to be doing damage. That's going to be a problem. If we keep them out, there's no damage. So, I mean, just use your head a little, and hopefully we all do. Mine's hurting, but still has to work. And take care of yourselves, all of you. Okay? Bye-bye for now, and God bless. I hope you had a nice Easter, everybody. And Pascha, too. Pascha, Joe, right? Pascha. It was a holiday, Pascha. Pascha. And a nice Pascha. It sounds like a nice Italian dish. Salamat Pascha, but it sounds like a nice Italian dish, a Pascha. Right? A nice pasta, a nice Pascha. So I can't pronounce my words, and and I get some macaroni or something.
You could probably make a good poem with pasta and pasta.
You probably can. You probably can, but I'm not a poet tonight, even though I had one. Anyway, enjoy your night, people. Take care. It's getting later. I don't want to stay on this thing. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. All the best. Stay safe.